The Xiaomi Mi A1 is the first Xiaomi's Android One phone with a software experience designed by Google. They have partnered with Google to bring to consumers a pure Android phone that stays secure and fresh over time, with their favorite Google services front and center. Enjoy a best-in-class photograph experience on Mi A1 with its dual camera and unlimited photos storage at high quality with Google Photos. So, the pitch for the new Mi A1 by Xiaomi is that the phone is created by Xiaomi, powered by Google. It's an interesting amalgamation, but does it bring any value to the consumer? Discover it in that video. At first glance, the Mi A1 impresses with its minimalistic yet premium design and full metal chassis. The antenna bands fluently blend with the top and bottom edges at the back, and while they look quite prominent in gold and rose gold variants, they are hardly noticeable in the black variant. There's a minor camera bump on the back, but it's not an eyesore. Also, it's slimmer than other Xiaomi devices with curved corners, which makes it a compact smartphone that fits comfortably in your palm, and at 165 grams, it weighs just right too. The buttons on the side and the fingerprint sensor on the back are also comfortably within reach. Overall, I think it's the best designed Xiaomi device in its price segment as yet. It has a refreshing new design language, something similar to what we recently saw with the Mi Max 2. And the Mi A1 looks like a smaller sibling of the Mi Max 2. The Mi A1 sports a 5.5-inch Full HD display with a 2.5D curved glass, and Corning Gorilla Glass 3 on top for protection. The display is quite bright and the text and images look sharp. Even though the display is a tad reflective, sunlight legibility is good enough and viewing angles are great. For the Android One experiment, Xiaomi goes back to its recent favorite, the Snapdragon 625 chipset paired with 4GB of RAM. The mid-range Snapdragon 625 processor is not the most powerful in the business, but offers a good balance of power optimization, leading to longer battery life, and performance push. And with those internals, the Mi A1 does quite well, chugging along nicely with whatever one throws at it. I've not stress-tested it till now, but multitasking with several apps in the background and everyday navigation is quite breezy. There's no noticeable lag or stuttering, and the smartphone is quite responsive in everyday usage. Like always, the Mi A1 packs in a hybrid tray, so you can either use 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM card and 1 microSD card for storage expansion. However, 64 GB of onboard storage on the Mi A1 should be good enough for most users. The Mi A1 packs in 3080 mAh battery under the hood, and thankfully, Xiaomi has now opted for the USB Type-C port for charging, keeping up with the times. Like always, there's an infrared blaster as well. The Mi A1 is powered by stock Android, and comes with Android 7.1.2 out of the box. As an Android One smartphone, it aims to offer pure Android Nougat experience with a guarantee of Android Oreo update before the end of this year. In a surprise announcement at the launch, it was shared that the Mi A1 will also receive the Android P update, whenever it's available. While there's no bloat of MIUI, Xiaomi's proprietary customization layer, there are 3 Xiaomi apps, Mi Remote, to use in conjunction with the IR Blaster, Feedback, and the Mi Store, which also can be uninstalled if one so wishes. The Mi A1 also uses Xiaomi's own camera app, which is expected since the default Android camera app doesn't support dual cameras as of now. While Android user interface is a matter on one's own preference, and there are quite a lot of fans of MIUI, especially considering the nifty add-on features it brings to the table, using a Xiaomi device with stock Android is a refreshing experience. It's zippy and smooth. There's support for Google Assistant and free unlimited cloud storage on Google Photos in high quality. Yet, there's nothing unique about this Android experience, and a Nokia or Lenovo smartphone with stock Android offers pretty much the same deal. Essentially, there's no USP in terms of software department, except regular and timely Android updates. While the partnership with Google made all the headlines, the highlight of the smartphone is its dual camera setup at the back. There's a 12 megapixels wide-angle lens and a 12 megapixels telephoto lens that work together to help you click photos with depth of field effect, popularly known as bokeh. The telephoto lens also supports up to 2x optical zoom. There's a 5 megapixels front camera that takes serviceable selfies unless you have shaky hands. With the few shots I took, I realized that the rear camera works just as expected. It manages to capture some impressive photos, but few very ordinary ones as well. The bokeh shots are inconsistent. Overall, the camera is quite good for its price, and one of the best in the segment. Of course, it's not the same as OnePlus 5 or the iPhone 7 Plus, which we wouldn't even have considered but for the comparison that the company asserted. On the specifications side, the Xiaomi Mi A1 has FHD 13.5 cm display with a full metal body. It is boasted by a Snapdragon 625 and 4 GB of high-speed RAM. It offers a massive 64 GB storage. The Mi A1 has also a 2x optical zoom dual camera. The battery is good with a 3080 mAh cell. The device offers high-quality sound and a rear fingerprint sensor. It is available in 3 color flavors, black, gold and rose gold. The Mi A1 will be available first in India and then in a lot of other markets like Bangladesh, Indonesia or still Vietnam and Asia. In Europe, you could find the Mi A1 in Belarus, Bulgaria, Greece or Poland. In Middle East and Africa, it will be available for example in Bahrain, Egypt, Kuwait or South Africa. Finally, for Americas, the device will be available in Chile, Colombia, Mexico, and Uruguay. At a price of 14,999 Indian rupees, approximately $235, in India, and coming to several other countries soon, the Xiaomi Mi A1 is a pretty good smartphone on its own. It looks quite premium, and performs like a good, trusted workhorse. And then there's the Android One affiliation, which brings stock Android experience, if it's important for you, as well as regular updates. What are your thoughts on the Xiaomi Mi A1 and the resurgence of the Android One program? Tell us in the comments. To discover more Android and Android One dedicated content, don't hesitate to subscribe to the S Sorrels channel.